See, the way the Pirish works here is there's so much here, and it's like a little bit helter skelter. I'm trying to figure out where to start, and let's see, where is it? Umitamon, or on page Yud Bet. Okay, let me bring this up. Where is it? There it is. Okay, and 1 second. Up at the very top, the last line at the top on page Yud Bet says, "Mitame va'amech kulan tzadikim le'olam yirshal aretz." That's the pasuk we're working here. So he says, "Hi the itmar ba v'haaretz." Let's see. Let's go to the next page. He has this from Hadom Raglai. He says, "What is the Hadom Raglai?" That's the place that the feet are resting. What are the feet? The feet are Natzach Hod, probably are the nai. Da Shchenta, the Ihu Kalula Me'es Spherin that has 10 spheros in her. Omitamen is Korea Yisrael, and for this is how the Jews are people called, like this, and they were called Malachim, Tzadikim, Chosin, Nevi'im, Marei Torah, Giborim, Chasidim, Nevonim, Chachamim, Veroshe, Alfei, Yisrael. So you get all these adjectives that are coming as a result of the origin of the Jewish people. Now, here's where we're actually at on page Yud Dalet. So where he had said, just picking up the Pirush Rahut, that's where we're going to start, where the first word is Me'aser Sfirin. So this is where we're at now, and we're going to pick up a note on the Ziva Zohar, which is hard, I got to tell you. I looked it up in the Zohar itself, in the regular Zohar, but it's piecemeal. So let's see how this goes. Me'eses Sfirin, Shukulula Me'eses Sfirosav, Vitamin, Mitzad Eses Sfiras Halalu Hakululim B'Malchus, so that, as we all know, is Korea Yisrael Whale. Their Jews are called Malachim, so that's the first word, Malachim, and I think that's really where we're at right now. That's the best. That little circle with I guess it's a star in it. We're gonna transfer that over here to the Ziva Zohar. So let me see how I'm doing this. Okay, the Ziva Zohar. Okay, once again. Let me be careful with this. Okay, there we go. The Ziva Zohar. The Ziva Zohar says, like I say, I think this is a hard piece for me because it's a conglomeration a little bit. V'zimna the carving Karbanim. Now, how is it that I got to this? Okay, but anyway, this is a phrase and actually a quote from the Zohar. From the Zohar I think maybe in Pinchas or Amor. He's going to tell us actually. It's a rhyme Hamna but Pinchas. Okay. So he said, "Read Oba Bracha Perak Aleph Mem Beis." Wrong place. V'zimna the haba carving Karbanim. So that means the Beis Hamikdash. Over there, there's a phrase that goes on that which don't take the mother with the children. Now, we've been talking about what happens when the Beis Hamikdash is destroyed. And so what happens is that the Beis Hamikdash was destroyed, and the Karbanim go to Armavato. So you should certainly send away the mother. V'gam habonim. Also, you're going to send away the children. So this is like mashmet. Sounds like you're going to send away the Shechina, and at the same time, the Jewish people are going to be dispersed. That is, you take the children for yourself. Once again, I'm not sure exactly what that means because I'm not sure. That's all. Rai Mahemna and Parshas Pinchas. That's where that quote came from. Now he says, Oma Rai Mahemna. The Rai Mahemna says, Elin Milan Kamastimi Ninun. So this is also a piece of Gemara, but I'm not of Zohar, I think, but I'm not sure where it is. He has a bunch of cipher references at the end. I didn't look them all up because they're like little pieces of what we're about to learn. So Amma the Rai Mahemna Elin Milan Kamastimi. These words are very, very hidden. Inun. And I said, Inon the lo yada, there are those who don't know. I thought there was something missing there. V'gali and the man the yadabahu. So for those who don't know it, wouldn't find it, and for those who revealed to it, then they're going to know this. They're going to know the secret. So I guess he means that if you know Sod, you'll be able to figure this out. Vadai hachut tzipuri ihu shechinta. So I don't know where the board. Again, you're in some kind of a quote from a Zohar. He says it for sure that bird is the Shechina, the bird that flies away. So we're talking about sending the mother away and the children you can take for yourself. Kandilor, what is her nest? Da be'mikdasha. So the bird, so is metaphorizing the Shechina to a bird. V'Yisrael inun afrochim, Jewish people are hatchlings, or that's why I would call them. The Ima Yasva Alaihu, that the Ima now comes and sits on them. So this is a metaphor. Hatchlings of the Jewish people. The Jewish people and somehow are engaged. So she sits on them. She sort of percolates them, or what's the right word? She matures them. This is the meaning of this quote from Sefer Devarim. So that's that phrase. And what does that mean? Ve'inun mari mishnah. Now, where did this come from? So he says that she cuddles, or what she promotes. I don't know. The mari mishnah. The parchim bekudim the law. That what did they do? They fly. That's what I'm saying it. Parchim bekudim the law. In her commandments. That's what you learn from learning the Mishnah. O beitzim inum mari mikra. Or you could say like this, that they're eggs. They're not hatchlings. They're eggs. Who are the eggs? These are the mari mikra. Now, this particular piece, I didn't find it, so I could have spent more time maybe. I'm not sure. And the time that the Jewish people sin, and then leads to the destruction of the base of Mikdash. What does it say there? So puts this phrase back into this. Shalach tishalach as a aim. You should certainly send away the mother. This is the meaning of this pasuk in Yeshaya. And in their sins, I guess you'll see you're sending away their mother. So if the mother's not able to take care of you and not able to bring you into being a Bali Mishnah and Bali Mikra, I'm not sure exactly what that meant, but that's what happens, that the children don't have anybody to look out for them. Like everybody needs a Rosh Hashiva or Rebbe, let's say. V'inun Mari Shisa Sidri Mishnah. So let's talk about them, if you can. Now, this is a complication on page Yud Zayin, where it says Ziv HaZohar. Let me see if I can get this up here where it's readable. Over there, Ksiv, Sivahu, Ve'em Habanim Tikach Loch. And then the mother, the children, you should take for yourself. Dinun Shis Sitrid, the Shis Benin, the Tchus Ima Ilor. So these are the 6 sides. He's talking about Zeranpin. Here are the Vok of Zeranpin. The Sifted, the Shis Benin, the Tchos Ima Ilor, which are underneath the, let's say, the shepherding, or what's the right word, the nurturing of Ima Ilor. So we understand this is a metaphor for Zeranpin being fed, so to speak, by the intervention of the Nai of Ima into him. The Inim V'Shis Tevin the Kriya Shema, and you also see the same idea in that. Now, I'm not sure what the idea is. What is the idea? The idea is you're feeding, you're bring Shefa from the mother into the children. That's what I think. Oh, B'Shis Sidre Mishnah, or there's another way. So I started going back into, I don't know if you never knew this, I followed Rav Shika a lot, and he got into the idea of, promoted it constantly, of saying 18 prakim of Mishnayos every day. So that's just saying it, not trying to learn 18 prakim Mishnayos and all the details, just say it like a laning. It has a very powerful effect in a certain way. Oh, B'Shis Sidre Mishnah, this is the same thing. What you're doing is you're drawing, I guess, maybe you're drawing the Shechina down to you. So then it says, Echa Ma'ver Ve'echa the Ma'ayit, V'vav Shikavit Liva the Shemayit. Bekashrin loan, bekeshrin to tefillin. So this to me is out of space, and so I really don't know where it's coming from. And what you do is you tie them together with the knots of with the bands or the what do you say it, the straps of the tefillin, al resha v'al deroa, on his head and on his arm. My notlin bonim. And so we had this phrase here, and you could take this children. So what's that about? Tzipsukim de kalim de kriyashema. How do you do this? With the chirping. He used the word chirping, but he means to say the words by saying out the kriyashema. Now the kriyashema, which we understand is a 6. That 6 goes along with this. I did the 6. This is all I'm thinking. Maim nukvin, which is going to the point of bringing down the shefa of the nai of Ima. I'll be doing time rise. Okay, I try to get through this. But levasa the chosh alachshin belachisha betzalusa the choy gabe Ima ubarta. So, and after you figure the Shmona Esrei in the silent part, betzalusa the choshoy that's in the whispered part, legabe Ima ubarta, and you're saying this to Ima. And then he includes the concept of the Barta. So Iba the Barta is Malchus. Ve'inun represent 2 hays. Hey. Benechtam legabe vav. And then what you do is you attach to these 2 hays, and some in between them, because I guess you would say is K, vav, K. He said, Gufa vav, the bekesher delay, the ihu yud, you'd bind it. What was his word? Ve'inun nachtim legabe. That's what nach. Okay, so you bring down to it. Let's bring it down to it. A vav bekesher delay with its own knot or tie, which is a yud. V'sharei hey ilah vav. So now you have a hey up above, down top of the vav. The tefillin al reshe, and he has. I'm not sure what that means. It's tefillin on his head. Hey zeira nachas the gabe yud. So the small hay. What does he mean by the small hay? I would assume that meant malchus, but he says hey zeira nachas the gabe yud. It winds up going down to the area of the yud. The hu kesher the hey ilo al rosh vav. And this, if you look at the letter vav, it has that little thing that sticks out towards the left. The hu kesher the hey ilo, it's the knot of the upper hay, al rosh the vav, on top of the vav. The ihu, I think the va'ihu vav kesher ama behe diyad keha, and this is the vav, which becomes a knot, or I guess I'm using the word knot, a knot with it, behe diyad keha, which is the hay on the left side. So there's a little confusion there for me about which the hays are, but one hay he's saying has to do with the rosh tefillin. Okay, we got 1 minute, and I got to finish up. We didn't have 1 minute, but I'm going to finish anyway. V'gin da afrochim misitra da alzvav. So therefore, the children, the hatchlings, are of the secret of the letter vav. Koliv vav sidre mishnah, and that has 6 represents the mishnah. O beitzim, mare mikra, or there could be just in the egg stage, where they're they know the written Torah. The idmar alaychu ben chamei shana the mikra, because we have that. We say, but this v'dor hays. What does 5 years mean? That's talking about the hay. Benin besitra de ben yudke. These are the children from the side of the name yudke. Elin Mari Kabbalah, so those ones who are citrin to the Bain Yud K. Elin Mari Kabbalah, these are people who know Kabbalah. Allah Itmar, and those people, like we are trying to learn the Kabbalah. Lo Sikacha Aim Alabonim, and this is that you can't take the mother with the children. You have to take them together. I'm not sure what that means. And here's a bunch of site references that could try to help this out. Okay, this is Baruch Fleischman. That's the shiur for today.